Breaking news, Islam Makhachev will not fight Ian Garry next. Let's get into it. Ian Garry started out the day by putting out on his Instagram that Islam Makhachev wanted more time for their fight and was complaining about that a lot. But then things got way more interesting. At around 10 in the morning Eastern time, Ali Abdelaziz made a tweet out that would kind of change everything for the day. Islam Makhachev will not face Ian Garry. In fact, he will be having one of the biggest fights of his career, one of the biggest fights that you can possibly make at the moment. Guys, I got two fights in mind. One is a fight that we absolutely need. The other is more of just, if they're talking name value, then you could throw that guy in the mix. Let's get into it. First up, you got Topuria versus Islam Makhachev. You knew I was going to talk about this, guys. This is the most high-level fight you could possibly make at the moment. And the fact that we haven't seen it yet, it just hurts to be a fan currently. But yeah, that fight has to be made. If we're actually speaking of the most hyped fight you could possibly see, it's that fight. It's that fight by far. And Islam Makhachev, they're saying he's not going to fight on the White House card. They're saying Topuria is not going to fight on the White House card. That's pretty highly likely if of a matchup, if that's the case. If that's the case, of course. You know, then maybe we do Justin Gaethje versus Arman Tsarukyan, as Topuria would have to vacate the fight at 170 pounds. But the second option is not as likely, but at the same time, it has a case for itself. The latest report by Ariel Helwani, he said that Conor McGregor is not fighting on the UFC White House card and is more likely to fight on International Fight Week. Islam Makhachev has been rumored to be fighting in June, very likely, or July. This makes sense. If we're going to make this fight, you know, it doesn't make sense on paper-wise because, well, Islam Makhachev is the pound-for-pound number one. Conor McGregor hasn't fought in 40 years. But there is still hype for the fight. And if we're talking about, you know, biggest name, I guess you could make that fight. And it has, you know, Ali obviously has his history with Conor, and Russia has its history with Conor as well. It's a good fight if you're trying to build hype, not a good fight if you're trying to show skill. Islam's just going to run through him. But, guys, those are the two fights that I think are very likely to happen. More likely to happen. Let me know. Comment down below what you think at this moment. See you guys in the next one.